you know, I'm here in the bathroom getting it done because I have a new face skin routine. Okay, here it is. Are you ready? At nighttime, the routine that I have is a little bit more intense than the morning routine. The morning one's pretty quick and easy. So it's good we're starting with that one. Okay, this face wash is the one face wash that I have found across 20 years that my skin likes the best. I tend to get really blotchy skin. I have big pores. And well, of course now, you know, 56, I'm getting wrinkles. Yeah, my skin can, if it gets too oily, if the products are too oily or they have too many chemicals in them, my skin just doesn't react well. And I've tried many face cleaners. So, okay, I'm going to start with this. And I have these little sponges. They come, I buy them in, oh gosh, it's a waste of water, isn't it? I buy them in packets and they start like this. They're compressed, and when you get them wet, they get like this. I like them because they're really inexpensive, and I can, you know, change them out every couple days. Okay, so the first thing I do is I wash my face. I normally ignore my neck, and because I'm having such skin integrity issues here on my neck because of my weight loss, you know, it's getting real, I don't know, saggy and wrinkly. I've started to pay more attention to my neck, and if you are a young person watching this, don't ignore your neck and chest, okay? Take it from this 56-year-old woman. There may come a time where you wish you had taken better care of these areas. So generally I just, you know, start rinsing the soap out of the sponge, and then I come across with the wet sponge and wipe that off. I don't like to splash water on my face. Okay, dry. And then in my new skincare system, I have two things. The first one is I have a vitamin C serum. So I am using that. So I rub this all around. I try to remember to stroke up, but I don't always do that. Okay, and then the next thing I put on is this sunscreen. I have learned, especially because I'm a commuter, that sunscreen on my face is just no longer an option. And a little bit of this goes a really long way. Actually, I have found that true about this whole product line, is a little bit goes a long way. You can see here my farmer tan. I wear a hat, so that's why I have tan and not tan. Okay, or I should say gardener tan. And that's it for the morning. So it's pretty easy. You can see that's taken me less than 5 minutes. It's certainly sustainable. At nighttime, I have 3 steps that I go through, and I've really been enjoying, I'm in is this day 4 now with this product? I'm really enjoying the feel of the product. Now, I'm not finished with my Sunday morning routine because Sundays I generally don't go anywhere. And if I had to go someplace, or if company were coming over, or, you know, something like that, I would skip this part. But because I know today that that's not going to happen, I'm going to go ahead and do this part. Oh, this is what I'm currently putting on my hair. I've tried a couple of things. My hair technician is the one that's recommending these to me, and we've been working together to repair a lot of the hair damage that I've had for a long time. And what I do is I just gently kind of comb through my hair a little bit. I try not to break it. My hair is thin, and that's in part because of hypothyroidism and menopause and age, you know, all of that. Okay, and then what I do is I start oiling up. Again, I shared in another video, get my ends really, in my ends here a lot. I don't know if it's helping, but I feel like it's helping, and that's half the battle, right? It's just the feeling that it's helping. It's not a great look on me. It does smell good, the product, so that's a positive. You know, at least I'm not oily and stinky. So that's a good thing. And then what I'll do is I will leave this in my hair all day long, and I will wash it out tonight in my Sunday night shower. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty oily. Okay, and then I, of course, keep this off my face, so headband is essential. And then what I do is I wrap up the back in a little twist and put it up. And this is how I go about my Sunday. Feel for my husband, who gets to look at this all day Sunday, but you know, we've been together for a long time. He's used to seeing me like this. There is another product that I've been putting in my hair, and this product I put in my hair. You know, when you see me in the video and my hair straight, I use this product because my straight hair is, I just run a big giant, it's like this big, oh my gosh, what are they called? Curling iron through my hair to kind of straighten it. And then I put this product on my ends. And that was another one that was recommended by my hair technician. I keep looking over here, and I need to look over here. And wow, I really enjoyed this. And it just takes just a little bit, so it really lasts. I think it's like $18 for the bottle, but it's gonna last months and months and months. So for me, that's a really good investment. I'm looking to see if there's anything else here I can show you. Nothing else here outside of coming back to, for my night routine. I'll show you it just in case I don't have time to film it. It's really luxurious, and it does feel like self-care. Like you just feel good when, you know, you go through this and you take time to do this. So I've been enjoying it. Okay, the first one is I use this face scrub, and that just kind of gets the day off my face, and I love it. I use it too with as a makeup remover, and it works fine. And then what I do is I spray my face with this mist, and it's so refreshing, and it smells delicious. It smells really good. And then this one is the moisturizer that I've just been putting around my eyes, putting on my neck and up here. And that's my nighttime routine. I do have every now and then, you know, I come in with my face scrubber, and that's probably once or twice a week. Again, my skin tends to run dry, especially around here. And so I have to be careful of how much I scrub and, yeah, treat it a little bit gently. Okay, well, I am ready to go have some coffee and start this Sunday. And thank you for joining me this morning on this little tour of my Sunday morning routine. Do you ever, when you're making videos, just sit there and stare at the camera and think, who is that person that I'm looking at? I'm having one of those moments today. Okay, I feel like I owe you a big update. A lot has been happening around here. I have been so incredibly busy. I'm sure no different from you all. I think this winding down summer thing, I don't know, there's just something about this time of the year, a lot of work to do in the garden. And are you ready for this? I think this weekend the studio build starts. I have here $2,200 in cash ready to go for Alan. He's going to be coming by today to pick that up because he's going to be buying all the materials for the studio. I'm super excited to bring you along on that journey. I'm super excited to be having this studio, and I'm so grateful for my mom for this gift, to my mom for this gift. What a just a life-changing thing, right? So that's big news. The garden is big news. Irrigation is hot and heavy. We finished zone 1, and that's what we called phase 1, and you all watched me save up and pinch my pennies for that. And this past weekend, we almost finished zone 2. Zone 2 is a garden by what we call the second chance garden, where we send all those plants that are going to likely die and they get a second chance. We did that, we irrigated that garden, and then we have a very large row of, it's probably 50 rose bushes, and that all got irrigated. We have some plants in front of the house, and that was the one piece of phase 2 that we didn't get a complete last weekend. It was much more expensive than I anticipated. Well, not much more in the grand scheme of things, about $200 more than what I anticipated. So that was a little bit of a blow to the budget. Speaking of budget, I haven't been doing any budgeting videos, and that's because the clock is just ticking too quickly, and it's moving much too fast for me, and I'm finding myself that I have just enough time to get the budget done. I've got a call coming in, just let me put that aside. I'm having just enough time to get in there with the budget, get it done, and then the funds come through, and then I start allocating. So it's going very well budget-wise, and I did have to take out some money from my 2024 savings. As you all know, I've shared many times what you see me doing in YNAB. I like to start each year fresh. So whatever I've managed to squirrel away from the year previous, I pretend like it doesn't exist. Well, with the $10,000 dental bill, I wasn't able to do that, and I've had to move up into my savings for 2025, savings from 2024, so that I can pay for my dental bill. So that was a big blow, and admittedly, there was about 3 days where I was just resigned to putting it on a credit card, my dental expenses. I wanted to put it on a credit card. I did not want to take it out of my savings. And it took me a few days to sit with it. The credit card just felt like less of a blow. Savings felt like it was taking away my security blanket. And I really had to work my way through that. Getting out of using credit cards has been challenging for me. I mean, I'm always admire everybody that I watch, on YouTube. They make it look easy, and it just hasn't been for me. It's still my knee-jerk response. I still want to go to a credit card, and I'm finding myself, what I do manage to put away in savings, I want to retain. I don't want to let it go. So I'm all like, no, keep this for me and use those credit cards. So credit card money still feels like it's not real. It's not as tangible. It's just, it feels easier. So anyway, I landed at a healthy place with that. So that's the good news. And I did move forward some of those savings from 2024 to cover my dental bills. The dentist work starts tomorrow, and I have 3 very, very big appointments. Tomorrow is going to be about stabilizing 2 of my back teeth. So we're going to be putting in some crowns, and that's to prepare for a bridge. Is that what you call it? A bridge? I don't know what the difference is between a bridge and a partial. But yeah, that's what's going on. So all the teeth up front here that are just no longer up top, that are just no longer viable, we're going to move in with this bridge now. So he needs to do some stabilization first before we can do that, and that's going to be the upper. So in about, 6 weeks, you'll see me with a new bridge with that work done. If that goes well, the bottom is much more intensive. I have a row here of about 6 teeth that my periodontal disease, of course, has just caused all kinds of havoc with. They need to come out, but in this plan that we prepared, I really wanted to take care of the top first to see. I understand the top's much easier if you're going to be pulling out teeth. And having some kind of partial in. So I said, let me do that first and let me see how it goes, because I could live with this for a lot longer. And if the top doesn't go well, which is supposed to be the easier piece, then I probably will delay the bottom. We'll see. Anyway, that starts tomorrow, and it's going to happen in a series of 2 appointments to stabilize teeth, and then 1 appointment to pull out 2 teeth. And then the bridge will go in. So that's going to keep me busy. Hopefully it won't interfere with my filming at all. If you watch my shorts, I've been trying to hold myself accountable there for movement. It is, in July, I really looked at sugar. I really looked at hydration. I was focusing on my sleep, and I promised myself in August I would start looking at movement. I started walking, and let me show you. Of course, in my handy dandy health insert here, I set up this, well, here's my new my new face routine, which when did I start this? I think I started this July or August 1st, somewhere around there. I am loving this product. Whoa, can't recommend it enough. I'm still keeping track of all my food that I'm eating each day. My goals continue to be the same, and try to be low sugar. And then I have my normal shine sheet, which looks like this, and focusing on all of those good things. But what I added for August was this, and that is a daily movement calendar and all the days that I am walking. I set the goal to walk 3 days a week, and the first time I went out to go walking, I thought I was going to die. It was hard, and I only walked 1 lap around the lake, and it was hard. My body hurt. And this week I started with 2 laps around the lake, and it's still hard. It's not getting easy yet. I'm relying on the fact that at some point it's going to become easier, but that it's not that point yet. So I just keep on plowing through. I did walk my 3 times this week, knowing today was going to be an off day for me, and then tomorrow is my big dental day. So I got in my walking for the week, and that feels great. But yeah, I'm putting those up on shorts because that's just a good way for me to put out into the world my own accountability. And also, I have enjoyed being able to go back and look at that video and seeing joy, seeing myself look proud of myself. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit there as well. How goes my writing? This is like the big check-in, right? I'm gonna have to title this video the big check-in. How goes my writing? Amazing, 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 amazing. I got to this place in my book, a little over 70,000 words, and I just said that would be the perfect ending right there. And it was really surprising. It came organically, much like much of this book. The plot development that I did at the beginning of writing this has changed so much, because these characters have just taken on their own life, and I feel like I've poured so much of myself into them that there just came this place where it felt like, yeah, that was the right time to end it. So what I'm working on right now is, clearly I don't want to, put out a book that only has 70,000 words. I want it to be over 80, between 80 and 90 would be fine. And so I need to go back in and do some more writing, clearly. But one of the first things I'm doing is I'm going back in and editing, and I'm trimming down. So each day I go in and I do that, I'm seeing my word count decrease, 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 decrease. I think the last time I did it, I removed something like 3,900 words. And I tend to use a lot of filler words when I write, so I have to go back through and catch all those and start removing them. So once I get that settled to a place where I feel like, okay, now it's really, succinct and clear, then I'll see where I am with word count. And because I already know there are a couple of chapters that I want to go in and build out a little bit, but I just want to first see where I am after going in and clearing out the noise from it. So that is going very well. I'm already thinking about the second book in this series. There will be a second book. There actually will be at least 3. And that story development. I did move to a new platform called Dabble. My computer, you all know, has been on its last leg for a long time now. And so I was just deathly afraid all the time that I was going to lose it. So I got a subscription on Dabble, and that allowed me to move my book up to a web-based platform, and I'm no longer under any threat to lose it. But one of the great things about the platform is that it does allow you to do character arcs and plot builds and world building, and I can just see how handy that's going to be for the second and third book. Definitely. So that was a good choice on my part to move to that platform. Speaking of computers, my sinking funds with my last budget, I believe, hit over $600 for my computer, and the timing couldn't be more right. Again, my computer right now is just giving me more and more trouble every day. So hubby's looking at laptops for me because I think I'm going to go lighter for the writing studio, and if we can find one within the budget, I'm going to get it, and if we can't, I'll continue to put some money into sinking funds until I have the money to get it. And hopefully in the interim, my system doesn't crash. What else can I tell you? Ooh, my makeup area continues to be clean, crisp. I love it. I'm so glad that I decluttered that. It was definitely one of the bigger, bolder moves that I've made. It was scary, but now I can't imagine anything else. Been keeping my jewelry well organized. I'm just, you know what? I'm just rolling along over here, folks. I am, I'm in pursuit. I'm really in pursuit of some big things right now, and I'm not going to stop. So, thank you. Thank you for your patience as I did this wild and wacky recap, but I felt it was pretty important to jump on. I have done some filming, like just some sporadic filming, because I keep wanting to put together like this piece where I share more of my daily life with you so you can see what that looks like. I have no idea if it's going to be interesting or not, but I just want to play a little bit with the filming that I do and get a little bit more creative with it. I'm not great at it by any means, but I'm having fun, and it certainly is an expression of creativity. So I'll put whatever I filmed in this too, so you can see some of my daily activities. Okay, whew, that was a lot, wasn't it? Until the next time, may you be blessed.